So Bill Belichick he has written a book, and in classic Bill Belichick fashion, it appears that the book it's not what anyone wants, it's what he wanted. And so it's
dry and boring.
Yes, it's kind of being met with, okay, that's great, but we kind of want your side of like,
it's already been addressed.
How it all went down with the Patriots. It's just he's framing this more as, and I don't know, I read the book, but he's framing it more as just his life and time in coaching and how he did
Inspiration from his father, his journey through football.
Yeah. And that's cool.
But fine, but it's not really what people want.
People aren't, whatever, Bill. That's cool. Yeah, right away. But he's promoting the book now. So he's out on a promotional tour, which, you're seeing Bill Belichick more and more, and that's no coincidence. Like he's out there.
Yeah, he's like going to award shows and stuff.
Yeah. And he's on, well, I mean, didn't they put him on Game Day? Or not Game Day, but what was the show they had him on?
What was he on?
Oh, I think he might have been, was it playoff coverage, college football? I don't know. Anyway, he was a pretty good analyst. Or maybe it was NFL playoffs or something. They had him in the studio. But he shows his personality. He's pretty dry, but can be funny, I guess, at times. She's clearly the one spearheading his giant, sort of resurgence in media. Which
she's become his de facto, like, chief of staff, handler, PR, all of it.
And he doesn't want any of it. He's just following her lead because she's a 24-year-old hot who supposedly knows how to do this stuff. But now...
But does she?
No, she doesn't. She's an idiot. So I want to hear, before I get into my thing, because I am amazed at how many people continually try this, and it's gonna backfire. It's just, I don't know. We could get into a whole thing about, at least through our line of work here in sports, about just, it's you maybe feel this way too. It's uncanny how marketing arms, marketing people, sports information people, people that are supposed to
get it,
don't.
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah.
Way more don't than do.
Way more,
and it's their job.
And there are plenty who don't that should. That
yes.
Absolutely, like you'd expect them to.
I mean, it's really stunning how poorly a lot of marketing departments for certain entities run. Like they're ass backwards, and they do not do themselves any favors. And she is falling in this same trap. It's unbelievable. And so we'll get to that. But before that, I want to know what the escort captor honey trap theory is, because I love it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, the escort captor honey trap is essentially the theory that they didn't meet on a plane as they initially said, because that was what was odd about the whole CBS interview, or that part of the interview, is the interviewer asked how they met, and that was a story that both of them had told in detail before, about being on a plane, how she was studying something and had a book, and he signed the book. Good luck on your paper project. Like,
so you're saying that's
whatever.
made up?
Well, if that was the story you ran with before, the only reason to not tell that again is because there was something wrong with it. At least that's one theory. I guess you could just be saying, well, we just want to talk about the football today, and it just... So
you're referring to the CBS clip, and in there, that's where she says, we're not talking about that. Because he asked her, he asked him, how did you guys meet?
Right.
Yeah. But you're right. So they've already said how they've met.
So why would you not just clarify that?
Yeah,
there?
like why are you not
unless
talking?
it wasn't truthful before, and you don't want to retell that story. I don't know. But the captor honey trap thing is essentially like, there's just stuff that doesn't quite add up, where she is in control of everything and almost everybody else has been cut out. Like, there were reports that, like, CBS was kind of stunned that he showed up to this thing with just her, no PR, no agent, no publisher. Like, this is for your book tour, and this is who you're riding with. Like, that's it. And then on top of it, I go back to this I just put together on my own, and I don't know that there's anything to put together. But remember when he walked out of her apartment shirtless at like 6 a.m. and was caught on her ring cam a couple
years
ago?
Was that her?
Like, yeah, that was her place. That was, I don't know, year and a half ago is when they first started dating. People made jokes about it. How does that get out there? It's her private footage, right? And Also,
Oh.
why would he have to be leaving shirtless ever? He's Bill freaking Belichick.
God, I love where you're going with
like,
this.
and I don't want to say he's running from something, but he's 70-something. He's not going to be afraid of her dad or a boyfriend or something.
No,
so,
he's afraid of her.
So that's the only plausible reason I can think of him leaving the house shirtless at 6 a.m.
Or he just wants to keep getting some.
But why wouldn't he put his shirt on first? It's just odd. Like, what you wouldn't.
So what's your theory there?
So my theory is that they didn't meet on the plane, or they may have even been on a plane where that interaction occurred. But the theory that's floating around is that she may have been either a high-end escort or part of some sugar daddy website matchmaking situation.
Okay.
She got her hooks into him, and now she has something over him that is big enough that she has leveraged it to kind of be his everything.
So what do you think she
man.
has?
I don't know. It could be something about when their stuff started. It could be as simple as how they met. Like, if it was on an escort website, or if it was through a friend, or through some unsavory circumstances. Maybe it was when he was with his ex. Maybe, there's a handful of things. Or she knows some other weird stuff about how the sausage is made. She knows some stuff about his career that he doesn't want out there. Something about his family he doesn't want out there. I don't know, but the way she's in control of absolutely everything, and seemingly everyone else has been cut out, it's kind of like she's the puppet master and he's the marionette. At least that's what it looks like right now.
She's definitely the puppet master.
But why would Bill Belichick sign up for that if there wasn't something holding him to that? And it's not just because she's wild in the sack.
Well, and he's not that type.
That's right.
He's a controlling
He's
God.
the one who controls.
Yes.
Yeah.
But maybe he saw a blind spot with like some of the, he knows deep down he's got to kind of be out there a little bit more. He's uncomfortable doing it. He needs someone to help him do it.
Sure.
And she talked him into that.
But some of this stuff seems so unlike him. I mean, sure, people turning over a new leaf, good for them, great. But the whole I'm dressed as a fisherman with my mermaid picture, and there's so much weird stuff that she's gotten him into, the yoga on the beach or whatever.
Wait, wasn't he married?
Yeah, he was previously married. He had kids.
So
I don't know how. I don't know when his last marriage ended though. He may have been. I think he was dating someone for a while who was not his original wife. Her name was like Linda or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. And then this girl came along.
There was other speculation that this relationship may have just crossed over with his last relationship, and he doesn't want that out there.
And that's him leaving the house with no shirt on?
I don't know, maybe, but it's
oh hell yeah!
It just.
Listen,
I'm not saying she's an escort, and I'm not saying she's blackmailing him. But there are enough things there that make you say she has something on him, and it's why she's allowed to have so much control.
Yeah, I could see it. I think I tell you this. I don't know if any of that's true. I want it to be true.
Oh, I desperately want it to be true.
But I think that this will end badly. I don't think that. I know that. This is not going to go well. And you can tell. Watch that CBS interview. You guys played the clips. We don't need to play them.
Well, because when he wants to pull the ripcord on this thing, she's going to do something ugly.
No
publicly.
doubt. No doubt.
And I think that's why this has gone on as far as it has.
He's scared.
He doesn't want it to whatever he thinks she's capable of, he's like, oh no.
I think we should be worried about him.
Yeah. Does he need an intervention? He feels like he's being held hostage to a degree.